I'm a running physio and this is my guide to buying stability shoes. The common narrative now is if you overpronate where your foot rolls inward when you run, you need a stability shoe. But I think it's less black and white. Personally, I'm an overpronator in a neutral shoe like the Asics Gel Nimbus. Pronation is actually a natural movement of your foot for shock absorption. It's not a pathology. But when you overpronate, especially when you do so very rapidly, muscles like your tibialis posterior will have higher eccentric load. And if you want to make a muscle and tendon work really hard, fast eccentric contraction is the way to do it. However, we know that overpronation doesn't necessarily increase your injury risk. If you don't have any pain or pronation related injuries like a tib post strain or even shin splints, you probably don't need a stability shoe. In saying that, you should work on the strength and endurance of your tibialis posterior so that you can tolerate this amount of pronation without it becoming overloaded. I've had a history of pronation related injuries in the past, so I thought I'd try the Saucony Tempest. Part of how this shoe provides stability is by having a firmer, denser foam in the medial aspects of the shoe. So when it comes into pronation, this foam squashes a bit slower, so it reduces the velocity of my pronation. And the velocity of pronation is probably one of the most important factors that controls the level of strain on my tibialis posterior. But one of the negative things I found with the stability shoe is that it puts more strain on the outside of my foot, so around my perineal muscle, because it almost puts my foot in a slight supinated position. And personally, I had a bit of perineal pain after running in these for the first time. Right now, I'm not running with any pronation related injuries, so therefore, I'm not sure if I love a stability shoe yet, but I'll keep you updated. We also know if you limit pronation and you limit this level of shock absorption at the foot, more of that force might go up to your knee and your hip. So the point is, just because you overpronate doesn't necessarily mean you always need a stability shoe.